Girl, Selena say Paul back looks strong. Girl, Selena,
Take it, y'all.
yeah. I'm taking the frog legs off still. Hold on. We done took the right one off. I think just want the arms by the end of this.
You can't tell someone that has never walked that walk how to feel. Because there's a lot of different feelings that comes along with that. And I'm not judging Good Yellow or anybody else, but you don't have the right to
He didn't
tell
get to
them.
finish.
Huh?
He didn't get to finish what he was saying, but I know what you're saying.
Go ahead, Good Yellow, finish. Go, that's great.
I was just trying to remind people that we live in what we call a free world where we have free will to voice our free opinion. And so the fact that she feels that way, I mean, we can get mad, we can feel some type of way or anything, but it's not going to change how she feels. And yeah, she don't have.
If you need my P.O. box, somebody inbox me or text my number in the bio. We can talk. Did anybody hear Good Yellow just saying that no matter how we feel, we cannot change her opinion? He was clearly stating that she had a right, hey Charles, a right to her opinion. Y'all heard that? Thank you, Miss Linda. Y'all heard that, right? If anybody in this live right now feels like Good Yellow has done something wrong, could you please say right now that he did? In fact, put up a poll. Has Good Yellow said or done anything wrong this far? I want to know. I'm taking the legs off the frog today. We got time. Some people left. It got heated in here, but I did tell them, if you're triggered, leave. If you're streaming my live and you are triggered, please stop streaming. It's going to get very emotional, roller coaster ride-ish in here today.
Oh, for real? Because they try
Can
to
we
say
get a poll put up, please? Let's get a poll put up. And if somebody feels like he's done something wrong, don't hesitate to say it. But I want to see what percentage we're working with.
drop them like they dropped me when they said I was triggered. I wasn't
Jay
triggered about
Lovely just said what I said. It's a panel discussion. All stances are opinions, which we all have the right to. That's the best fucking comment I've seen since it's Friday.
Thank you.
That is the best comment I've seen since Friday. How are we gonna stop now with opinions? Just Jerica, Kim, y'all, Leah, Pumpkin, Bright Eye, Sweet,
You can't
Good
stop.
Yellow.
You
How many
cannot stop
times do we have
opinions.
opinions on these platforms when we have discussions?
A lot.
That's the whole point
Stop
of it.
someone's opinion.
Panel. We all got
Yeah, you can't stop by somebody's opinion. I mean,
Right.
that's just like having a conversation in real life. If I was to go to Just and I'm telling her something and she says, well, Kim, this is my opinion, that's her opinion. I can't get mad at that woman for having an opinion.
I'm not going to say that I think Good Yellow was wrong. And I don't think that the woman who was hollering and screaming was wrong. I just think that it wasn't the time to voice your opinion. And I mean, it's like having an emotional intelligence. At this moment, this is not the time to talk about, oh, you shouldn't do this. And it's not the time to back up this person's opinion either and say, well, they're entitled to it. I just don't think it was the right time.
It wasn't, and we're gonna get into that.
I agree
right
with you,
now.
Bright Eyed.
Yeah, me too.
So we're gonna get into that right now. And my mama used to always tell me, Shanitra, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
Say it. Correct.
In this instance, it's not what you said, it's the time that you said it.
Frame you said it.
It was not the time to say it. But
And if anybody like me gotta hear it once or
thank you,
twice.
Nicole.
Like, 'cause
Free Wolfie say she chopping it up and working on it. She almost done.
I'm on my way right here.
I've been sent this.
Oh, hold on.
Nobody's gonna like my opinion after all this. I promise you they not. I mean, I don't give a damn if they don't or if they don't like me. But when you are, it's a lot of, you know, psychics and things that is around, and these people are real. This lady told me that if you constantly holler the name of the person that has passed, you are not letting them move on.
Well, guess what? I ain't gonna never stop saying mama. Sure,
No,
I woke up this morning saying I miss you, Mama.
Like the way that it's going about it is it's constantly thrown out there about it. You know what I mean? You know, Miss Netra, you don't
I know
do
what
that
you
all the
said. They
time.
said let them, like we're not supposed to hold on. Like the Bible say, I can't think, Javon, if you're here, like we're not supposed to cry of people that don't have hope. So when we lose our loved ones, we're not supposed to do, like we're supposed to actually laugh.
We're supposed to cry when they come into this world.
And I ain't saying laugh at the fact that they're gone. I say laugh. That was something the old folks said. I won't say that. Take that out, bloggers. But we're supposed to cry. We're supposed to cry at birth.
Yeah, we're supposed to. I do it both. You hear me? I do it both.
Well, with my religion, we're supposed to mourn them
There you go, Kevin.
for 3 days.
Rejoice. Thank you, Jesus, for my family. We're supposed to rejoice when they leave this earth because they're going to the. And my mama, listen, when I tell y'all my mama service was a celebration, baby, she gave us full instructions. My mama said have church.
They shouted.
It's a celebration.
And we did.
We buried my mama on her birthday. Okay, so here we go back into the recording because I don't want to be like Nosy. Nosy, I know you're probably listening, Nosy. But girl, listen, if I may say, thank you, Shy. Shy, thank you. Nosy, stop stopping it so many times and making us wait on you to file your toenails, get your food out the kitchen, sit down, put your hair up in a ponytail with the girl. You need to make me a moderator so I can push go. You be all in there getting your chamignon and all, girl.
Ms. Netra, can I say something can I answer a question real quick before you play it?
Yes, girl. No, you make us wait on the shrimp cocktail and shit.
Somebody asked, well, when is a good time? Or I think that a good time is when emotions are not high. Emotions were high at the moment. Just to answer that question.
Very high. But we love you, Nosy. You the best one out here so far. Nosy, I'm coming over there tonight when you recap this shit, girl. But Nosy, get your toenails polished when we get there. God. Girl.
How they feel for losing a
I love
child because she's
Nosy.
never been through it, neither have I. I think it's valid for her to voice her concerns about the part of her cussing God. I think it's valid for her to voice her concerns. I just do regarding any subject. I know it's a touchy subject, but
That's not valid, Good Yellow. That's not valid for her
What she did
to
was
someone because no one.
I'm almost done.
That was an opinion. Let me say something.
Yes.
Let me say something. Because I want you to understand what she just done. This was I interrupted an opinion. Yes. No validation to tell a mother that just lost a child what she would not do. That's anything. You don't have to wait. This is the moment, but listen to me, it's a different. So BET went back. Oh, I hope people tuned in still. BET went back and told Glock that night that Netra agreed with Good Yellow. I think it's very important that we hear right now me not agreeing that her point was valid. Did BET not tell Glock in the last video that we heard that I agree with Good Yellow?
Not only that, he said, you agree with the son bitch. That was
Netra said it. Netra said
Get
it.
you another drink. Netra said it. Netra said it. It is a difference. That right there That's not validation because what she said is I could never imagine myself cussing God. That's not validation.
No.
That's not. It was no opinion. That we're not asking about a topic.
Absolutely not.
That was her at the moment telling mothers and fathers that have lost children that you don't have a right to be angry.
Until you see your child in the casket, you'll never know that feeling.
Can I have a second to talk with it? I'm dropping.
I'm saying.
Okay, anybody, let me say, somebody just said this too much for them. It's 362 people
So
in
if
here.
y'all heard, he said, I'm not saying, I'm saying, but I was interrupting him. After I went back and listened to this the other night, I was like, damn, I didn't really, I was like, Kiki, I'm sorry, Kiki, if you're here. We really didn't give Good Yellow a chance to express none of his thoughts. He was saying, I was saying there's so many people in here and we doing this. I never gave a man a chance to really give clarity like I like. Are you guys paying attention?
He was taking up for Glock.
Thank you for the teddy bear. Do not sit in this live and be triggered.
He put himself back on me.
Don't sit in this live and say you cannot take it. Leave now because this is a live that is going to be a trigger live. So I want to put out a warning as a host that this live is going to be very triggering, especially to our parents that have lost children. Those of us that have not felt what these parents feel, some of us gotta bow down because that was not that like that right there.
Let me say this. I think y'all got to misunderstand what I'm saying.
He's a grief counselor. I want to hear from him because I know I took grief counseling, and one of the main things in grief counseling, well, if I could go pull out my notes to let y'all know that when you go through grief, one of the first things about grief is mad with God, the Creator. We know He's the Creator, but we're mad.
Right.
I'm mad about my mama being gone. Am I wrong? Am I wrong that me and my sister today, you know what me and my sister said? She was on the phone with Silent Ain't.
So I don't have to listen to that because that was just, I don't know who called him. That's the group message. So Good Yellow really did not get a chance that night after he said what he said because we as women do what we do. I cut him off. And as a host, I got that bad. Like, I remember one night Curtis was listening. He said, man, you got to give people time to talk. So I'm working on it because, baby, listen, I like to talk. So Good Yellow never got a chance to really say what he meant, but he did already say that she was wrong and that she was judging Glock. Now, who asked you? I see you're up here. We do have to get to the recording now of what was actually said. That was actually what was actually said when BET came over after this live. I'm gonna go find that live. No, my secret informant's gonna come up. Who asked? Or do you have it, Sweet Wilkie?
Yeah, you want to play it? Netra, listen, I didn't come up in your live that day to start nothing. First of all, if I'm Christian, you know, and God is still working with me. But what I did not like is that when somebody says something over and over again, they give it power. I understood her grieving. Don't get me wrong, I understood. I lost a mother. I lost a father. I lost a sister. And that weekend, we just buried my brother. I understand where she's going at, but what disturbed my soul, and that's all I said was my soul, is because I felt like she was giving it power. And Miss Netra, I sit here and I watched when people tried to sow a seed for your baby and how you use the Bible to get your baby home. But at the end of the day,
I didn't use the Bible. I prayed to God and I let it work.
You prayed. And what hurted me was when she said what she said. And all I And trust me, I don't know, but all I know is that I know it's wrong to cuss God. Whether what she want to do, that's on her. That's it. It wasn't that, and whatever she had to say and spin the block on you and everybody else that was in their life, she know y'all was taking up for her. I heard you guys
But
taking
can
up
I
for
say
her.
this to you who asked you now that we're here and you
Yes,
came
ma'am.
back up? Nothing that Glock said, y'all make up for a second. Y'all make up because when you are a spiritual person, and we know that grief, if you've ever lost anybody that was really close to you, then you know the process of grief. Like you know that it's hard. At that moment that you done that, who asked you, I have to be 100% truthful. You were wrong, and let me tell you why you were wrong. Because she clearly stated what she did prior, not what she was doing right now. So I felt like you were stating, oh, it's wrong for you to cuss God. But in the moment that she was hurting, that was her right to feel like she feel, for her right to grieve like she was grieving, her right. And I know it's going to sound harsh, but even her right to curse God at that moment. Because let me tell you why. He already knew that her son was going to be gone, and he already knew what level of pain she was going to be in. So when you done that, it's kind of like you overstep your boundary because you got in your feelings because of your belief. Now let me tell you, my beliefs, I don't curse God. I don't. My sister is angry with God right now. I'm disappointed. I won't say I'm angry. Mine kind of sound like a disappointment. Then I got to take that back because how am I going to be disappointed in God? But I'm upset that my mental mind and spiritual soul said Mama was in the church. She was the mother of the church. I felt like that was enough credit to keep her here. But we don't live forever. So my emotions took over, my sister's emotion. My sister is mad with God. And when we go into these deep conversations about Mama being gone, I say, now, sister, you know we can't be mad at God. But I was not going to take my beliefs that night and tell Glock, oh, Glock, you cannot do that. You cannot tell this woman about your past testimony because I don't think who asked you that you fully listened to the words that came out of her mouth. She said, I wish somebody would have told me this first. I wish I would have had this advice first. She let it be known that this is my first reaction and my first response. But somewhere between understanding and knowing, I asked God for forgiveness. So you were out of line. And when I say you started it, you did. Because you
Netra,
came up and gave your, but I'm just telling you the truth. No
no,
disrespect.
no. I understood what she said when she said she did. I understand when she said it was then. And I just was letting her know it's wrong at any
No,
point.
it's not. But see, that's what we need
But
to go
that's an
into a
opinion.
conversation. It's
But
not wrong. Let me. This is my belief.
go
It's
ahead.
not wrong for her. Like it's wrong. Listen, it is wrong to blaspheme God's name. It's wrong, and I gotta put a but on this. But God know the days that this woman has. God knows the hairs on her head. So in her secret closet, if she was cursing her God because she know he controls the universe, that's not wrong for her. That's a woman that's grieving. The Bible say be angry and sin not, but he also tells us that we still have a chance to be forgiven. So even in the midst of her sinning to you, even in the midst of her sinning to you, God still gave her time to do what she said she done. And that was understand that he is the creator and I give it, then I take it away. So when I say you were wrong, you took the moment where she was being transparent. She said, I did it. She didn't say I'm doing it. She said, I did it. At that moment, she had the right to. She felt like she lost. And she did.
Can I
She
say
gave
something?
birth to that child. I'm just being true. She gave birth to that child. So that birth that we give to our kids, I feel like I own my kids. Like I know that they belong to God, but here on earth, to me, they belong to Netra. I know, Diamond. I know you want to. We can disagree, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. But there is not a mother on this earth that if the school call or somebody mess with your child, you're not gonna feel like you own your child. There is not a parent that gave birth that ain't gonna feel like you messing with mine. Me and mine. Don't fuck with mine. So at that moment, even though we know God giveth and he take it away, that mother had the right to feel what she felt. And that's my 2.2. Oh,
Can I
that's
say
gonna be a
Yes,
something?
long
ma'am.
day.
And I understand what you're saying. But the thing of it is something that I felt. It's something that I felt. I understand her pain, and I have lost. I have not lost a child.
Can I say something? Because I think you was totally wrong. Because in the
Say it to
scripture,
Lee.
in the Bible, it's several people in the Bible that questioned God that was angry with God. Even Jesus said, God, why have you forsaken me? You think he said that like, girl, what's going on? He was angry. He was going through
Ma'am,
something.
what are you talking
He
about, ma'am?
questioned
I'm just
God.
talking about my opinion. So
I understand,
you're
but
telling me
you
about
brung
your
in the
opinion. Is
Bible.
that right? So what if I
You
tell you
brung in
you're
the
wrong for
Bible, and
even
I'm
telling
just
me
telling you,
about the
Jesus
Bible?
even was angry with God.
But
Jesus
why are
even
you talking
questioned
to
God
me?
because you brung it up.
But it's your opinion. Once
It's
again,
not my
it's your
opinion. That's in the
But
Bible.
listen,
opinion.
who asked you? You can't
That's in
come
the
on the
Bible.
platform. You asked to come up here. So anything that comes with you asking to come up here on a topic, I think this what happens. When we come up on the platforms and topics begin to arise, we think that we get the privilege to direct that traffic. You sent an invite, you came up here and you saying, why are you talking? Because you're up here in this open discussion. If you don't want to be discussed or don't want to be questioned, then you should respectfully go back down with the commentators because
But but
that's
that's
what
the
we
same
are.
thing I did with Glock, and now I'm wrong. But she's telling me something, and then she don't feel like she want me to listen to her opinion, and then you're gonna tell me in one sentence I'm wrong, but then you don't want to listen to my opinion and how.
Nobody's been attacking you. They've been going after Netra,
Who
Glam, and
muted me? Go ahead. Go
Good
ahead.
Yellow. They have not been. They have not mentioned your name. They mentioned Good Yellow, Glock, Netra, and Glam.
Facts. That's the truth.
Say that they were defending Miss Netra. All of them was defending Glock. Every last one of them was. They told me I was wrong. They told me that me can't tell somebody how to feel, and I understood that. And all I said was, I am just giving an opinion. It doesn't. At the end of the day, it's going to be
Who keep muting her?
No, nobody keep muting me. I keep getting a call, but it's going to be the end of the day. I accept everything everybody is saying. I'm not no bad person. I just had an opinion that day. I felt like it was giving power when somebody repeated. So at the end of the day, I stood up because that's the anointings in me. And if I'm going to sit there and I'm going to let somebody do something, or I feel like, hey, listen, like what you got to say, if you can't have that dialogue and say, oh, well, if I'm talking to my friend and I can't say, my friend can't tell me I'm wrong, why do I need my friend?
Can I ask you a question before you leave? Who asked you? That day when Glock was talking, I
Yes,
do want
ma'am.
to know this. Glock said, and nobody dropped her. I'm watching,
Yes,
nobody
ma'am.
dropping her. Glock said these words. She said, I wish somebody would have told me this when it first happened to me. She gave a dialogue that let you know that she wasn't that same person anymore. But you still took it as if she was wrong when she corrected her wrong. So I do have a question for you as a Bible and being anointed, as you said, anointed. Being anointed as a Bible scholar or being anointed, what about that was not a testimony? Why couldn't
No,
you take why but listen, I'm not
go ahead.
done.
Go
Why
ahead.
couldn't you take the fact that she said I did it, but when she said I did it, that let you know she wasn't doing it anymore. Why did you go back to when she was wrong? If in your case she was wrong, instead of giving more accolades to that, she overcame that moment of that part of grief. Can I ask that question?
Miss Nisha, there's a lot before all of this. There was a lot before.
No, she came in with
I'm
a
sorry, I keep
testimony,
getting a
ma'am.
call. But there was
I
a
know
lot.
they keep calling you, but I'm asking.
There
But
was a lot.
that,
No. She didn't come in. She didn't. She didn't come in with a testimony. She came in telling somebody else's. The lady asked the question. Was her
Child, put that phone on do not disturb.
when she asked the question? That's when
somebody
she
don't
went
want you
into
up
her
here. They watching. If
situation.
somebody wants you down,
See, that is a key.
baby, you got to take heed. Your family saying get down. Your family saying get down. Answer the phone. That phone call way more important. Answer your phone. That's a sign. Answer your phone.
That's a sign.
Man, we got to get to what BET came over here and said. I hope the streamers are still streaming this.
So, Netra, let me ask you a question. If
I'm
that's
here
the
for it.
words that she said, why are you, Glam, Duffy, and Good Yellow being blamed? Okay, let me go on mute. Sip my wine.
I'm gonna fix
Let me
it.
ask you, just in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, it's because it was on Netra's platform. It all happened on Netra's platform. And like Netra said once, and you know, me and you be here all the time for the tea. These are grown people. She cannot control what grown people say, even though she is the host of the platform. She can't control what come out their mouth.
Hey, girlfriend, you say, why is Duff and Glam in it? Hold on, it's going to get good. You might want to grab you some
I
alcohol.
told y'all to go to get y'all drinks because we gonna be here for a
Not
minute.
grab you some alcohol.
Grab
Go
you
and
some
grab
alcohol.
y'all something to drink.
You gonna have to inform me.
Let me get my tequila.
Girl, grab you
Just say,
something.
let me
Well,
give some people some
okay,
more
so at
examples.
the end of the day,
Yeah,
sweet
shoot, I was
Wolfie,
getting thrown in it,
let's
like,
get, yeah,
and I'm
Jerica
like,
got through in it,
Yeah.
how the
but
hell I get thrown in it?
let me
Look,
tell you
I
I
wasn't
know
something.
what
even
Margaret
there.
My
had
cousin
God.
Shay downstairs, Kim, your sister down there, Miss Levels is Shay.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I
Shay
like
here,
to
but Shay been here. Shay just said bye, baby.
look. I like to give three because three is
Girl,
one of
they're
my
my
favorite
first
numbers.
cousins. Okay, so she just dropped. I'm bringing Glam up. Oh,
Job,
then
Job was
Chrissy, I'm
angry
gonna.
with
You can
God.
drop me. I'll be down there with common cousins if somebody else want to come up. I'm all right with that. I ain't going nowhere though.
Okay,
We
I
love
love
you.
you.
We
You
love you
can
over
drop
there.
me as well, Miss Nietzsche, if you need a box.
Okay,
That
yeah, I got
lady,
people in line. Like,
Miss
that lady
Peaches,
was
I know
wrong.
is asking to come up.
I ain't
I was on a live that night, and that lady was wrong. She took her feelings and put it in that situation.
Can I say this, y'all?
I'm a stepdaughter to a preacher, and I know the Bible.
Look,
And even
Jonah
with,
was angry with,
but
with God, and he asked God, "Why have you mistreated me?" Job was also angry with God because he didn't understand why he was going through things. You can literally find different people in the Bible who questioned and it was angry with God. So you telling me
yep,
the God that
Let them
created
know.
emotion
Let them know.
cannot decide when I'm angry or not? Can I say, Sweet Wolfie is going through something? She angry, but she got to see it through because God give us that choice, like Good Yellow was saying. But it's our choice, and stuff do happen because of our choice.
yep. We sure
I was
enough
angry
do.
with God. I was angry. I lost my mother, my father, and my grandmother in 3 years span before I even turned 21. So you talk about walking and questioning God. Who else I'm gonna walk and question? Not y'all motherfuckers. It's gonna be God because that's who my relationship is with. I don't understand y'all. Y'all think y'all holier than whole.
That's the thing with people that's really religious. They think that, they walk on water and everything they say that come out the Bible is right. It's not. And me and my dad used to have that conversation all the time. Me and him would bump heads about scriptures in the Bible and different things that were said in the Bible. Everybody is not going to believe everything that came out the Bible. And you can't, because you're a Bible thumper, you can't beat that over somebody's head how they feel when they lose somebody.
Okay.
You can't.
Just to throw this out there, Miss Netra, if ever you need to bring somebody up, you can drop me. You know, I do more listening than anything.
Okay, but y'all know I rotate the boxes.
She was out of line. And I was in my car driving home listening to Miss Netra that night because I was tired. I was an hour away from where I live. And I came on here and I was listening and I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, is this lady really getting up here judging her? So I was screaming at the phone.
Not the phone.
Yes.
Guys, I just came up real quick. Hey, Miss Netra, panel. I just wanted to say something real quick. While we've been listening to this whole ordeal, while they've, taken this whole situation and, are doing what they're doing with it, one thing I want to say is I truly, in my whole heart, felt like at the moment that, what's his name? Good Yellow. Good Yellow, I feel like was trying to settle the situation down. Because the panel was getting, it was a lot going on. And I feel like he wanted to kind of calm things down. And when he started to talk, it was more so like, we could come up here and we can tear this woman to shreds, but she gonna always believe what she believes. And I think that's where he was going with that. Not to say it in the sense of, in a different way. And I get it at that moment, things kind of went haywire. But sometimes we have to think about what people's intentions are too. And I truly believe those were his intentions, was to kind of calm the panel down.
Yeah, he was trying to calm the panel down, but at the same time, that lady kept saying the same thing repeatedly.
Yeah.
So she wanted to get her point across. She wanted to hear Glock say, "Well, I'm sorry for cursing God."
Well, that
it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. Not that night or no other night. It's between her and God. It's between her and God when she decides to go to God and say, God, please forgive me for all the things I said to you when I was going through losing my son. Yeah. And he's going to be
the
the
thing
judge.
is, people testimonies is going to trigger other people's flesh.
Yeah.
It's their testimony. They've been through something. You might go through it. It's gonna trigger your flesh.
Yeah.
And like Miss Netra said, it's not what you say, it's how you said it, because the woman came up, she was very aggressive in a very already situation. She just came at the situation and it just was like, oh my God,
But Glock said that's how she felt then.
Right.
No longer feel that way. See, everybody
have to listen. We have to listen. Because she said it.
A expiration date.
Exactly. And that was her testimony. And she had the right to come up and say it.
And she had every right to do that.
What happened to the time that when we see something wrong and it's messing with our flesh, we start to pray for that person?
There you go.
We so quick to try to correct a person, but we believe in prayer works, right?
That's right.
So if you felt like Glock was going through something that you didn't agree with, why didn't you pray to your God and ask him to heal?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right.
She should have did. She should have prayed.
You try to correct another person that was hurting, and now her hurt is triggering down.
Right.
I'm affected by it because I felt those same feelings Glock felt. I understood her hurt.
Y'all know the very beginning of the situation was to actually, help another individual get their situation. Every time that it be time for us to try to help another person heal. That's how the devil come.
The devil come right on in there. That's right. Let him know, Jericho.
And I can't help but feel like it's a lot of setup type stuff around here for Miss
I'm
Netra.
telling you, talk to me, girl.
Because it just seems so weird. Every single thing, it just seemed real set up like for me. Anyways, let me go back to the comments where they come for me.
Girl, I love my cousins over here.
This all scrawled out
I
because of
love
they dislike
y'all. I'll be
Good
down in the
Yellow.
comments.
Baby,
This
I
is all
couldn't
it's
wait to
coming
come
from.
on today because I listened to it, and at the end of the day, it's just a lot of spunk narratives out there. I don't think it's fair to CND and Duffy to be accused. And let me tell you something. I want to say this. Empress, Proud, Duffy, and QT are the ones that really had something to say. CND really didn't even have nothing to say.
Nope.
I think it's wrong for even their opinions. Like, only thing, like, Proud Black was just encouraging me, like, how many times do you go on the live and somebody says you have to take it for what it's worth? There was no way we could take Glock out of this situation and just focus on BET. If I could, I would have. I cannot talk about this situation without talking about Glock. He took the mess to the person that we are no longer. She told me today that gracefully she's bowing out of the relationship. And I told her I'm going to accept that. So no, we're not going to be associating as of right now with each other. That's BET fault.
Stop.
That's BET fault. Had BET not went back to Glock, if you listen, Glock has been mad at Good Yellow. And me and Glock still had a relationship. Glock today told me that BET is not the reason why she feels like she feels. I don't believe fucking that. So as of right now, me and Glock, like, it is what it is. I'm not going to try to continue to make Glock see that BET is wrong. I did the best that I can do. She's blaming us for what he fucked up. I don't think that's fair. He threw the rock. He didn't even hide his hands, Marsha. Marsha, he threw some damn rocks, but he didn't even hide his hands. Because of the bloggers, we caught it in 4K. Nigga, you lied. But because Glock wants to ignore, if I choose the right words, the facts, what do? I'm not kissing no ass, y'all. I'm not gonna call her anymore. She said that she's bound out, and I'm going to let her. Respectfully. BET is important.
Name calling, Miss Netra. They were just before I came on your live, they was just over there calling Good Yellow out of his name.
Yeah, they was dragging me. But check this out. She said BET her brother and he ain't going nowhere no matter what he do. She know
But
he
I'm
an effed up
supposed to
individual.
but I'm supposed to, and that's another thing.
And hold on real quick, Miss Nietzsche. And he an effed up individual and she working on him. Imagine working on somebody and you broken.
Let me say what I think is unfortunate. That BET gets to sit over there and win in his world. All he wants is Glock not to be close to me. That's it, and that's all. C&D did nothing wrong. And listen, Duffy did nothing wrong. Everybody has a right to their opinion. We've seen me and Glock done paired up and drug bitches on this internet together. Together. BET card didn't get snatched when he cussed Trina out. You got my refill, Big Al? Do I need to check my cash out? Ah! I can't say nothing else because Big Al told me not to, but Big Al.
Hey, Miss Netra. Hey, panel.
Girl,
Everyone.
don't make me run to the liquor store. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Come on, Miss Netra. You know you're an alcoholic. Don't be talking about the liquor
What they
stuff.
say. And then my niece made me a 2.2. Golly. But go ahead. As long as y'all don't see me fall over this chair, I promise you I'm all right. I walk to my bed every night. Every night. I ain't crawled there yet. Go ahead, though. This is good to me. But anyway, that's all you had to say, cousin. Come on, cousin. I see your
Hey, Miss
bags.
Netra. Hey, everybody. I just want to say that the young lady that was on there that who asked
You.
if we listen to her, she had just said that her mother and she had just buried her father and her brother had been passed. She's angry herself. And to pull out what she pulled out to say that she wanted Glock to understand what she meant about, and like everybody on the panel saying that, you know, we all know we're taught not to be angry with God and not to curse God. You know, we know that we're not supposed to curse him. But as children, we are taught you don't question God, you don't ask God. But like Sweet Wolfie said earlier, in the Bible, there were plenty of people.
Hey, sweetie.
But it's funny how she wanted Glock to take what she was saying serious, but when someone said to you, "Oh, you're wrong," now she's angry. You know, how can you make your answer be right and Glock answer be wrong?
This is good to me, girl. You better, girl.
We gotta be careful.
Tap the screen and tell a lie.
We gotta be careful with
Big Al. If I stop smiling, they win. If I stop smiling, they win.
Look, I done pulled up a scripture. Jonas 4 to the 3 verses. He yelled at God, "God, I knew it. When I was back home, I knew it was gonna happen." Jonah is arguing with God in the Bible. He's yelling at God in the Bible. Job did too. Job's wife did too.
Sure did.
And he called his wife a fool. Come on, y'all. God gave us emotions for a reason.
And I'm gonna tell you something. But listen to me. Oh, girl, thank you. I'm in my Elvis mode. Let me tell you what else happened in that scripture to us Bible thumpers. When Job came and God asked him where he was going, he said, "I'm looking and seeking whom I may." And God said, "Have you tried and considered my faithful servant, Job?" And I can imagine the devil saying, "No." He said, "Well, go ahead and go on over there and do everything, but don't touch his soul." At the end of the day, Job had a choice. Job had a choice. And let me let you know how I know Job had a choice. Because Job said, "You foolish woman. You talk like a woman that's foolish. I will not curse my God." He knew he had a choice that he could, but he chose not to. And because he didn't, even though God couldn't replace what he lost, he still gave him something back. I know that don't make sense to some of us. Like, I can't get another mama. It don't make sense. But in God's terminology, it does. And it's nothing we can do. Like, let me say you what why let me give y'all this. Somebody gonna get mad. Fearless is not my mama. Fearless is not my mother. But when I get around Fearless, everything that she does reminds me of my mom. She's 70 now. That's the age my mama left this world. From her teeth down, Fearless keeps me happy. When I'm around Fearless, I be like, dang, she remind me of my mama. So when God say I give you double for your trouble, we gotta look at it as, God, I know she's not my mother, but you gave me a motherly spirit to sit around your daughter and help me where I help her, because she's lost children too. And I told her one day, I said, I know I'm not your child, but I can sit here and be some help to you. If I need to come take you to the doctor, I will. If I need to come sit with you while you at the doctor, whatever. So at the end of the day, double for your trouble. Now 2 people have met where, so she just had, like, when we went to Houston for my birthday, my mama used to get up in the morning. If she put her moo-moo on, she put on her watches, her earrings, and she didn't wear